up, guys? Michigan Air Gunner here. I have the AEA 357 Challenger that you guys have probably been seeing a lot of, or all the other different models that they're making. This one is a little bit different than what you're going to see. I put the Donnie FL on it right away. I had some issues with the shroud I didn't like. The baffles in here are kind of loose fitting, and I didn't like it. You can tighten it down as much as you want, and you won't get any rattle shaking it back and forth. They get tight that way, but they don't seem to fit quite right. And they're even as tight as you can get, you can still hear them rattling in there. So I didn't like that. I didn't do any testing or anything like that with this. What I did was I bought the Air Force Texan adapter for the 357. It has an OD, or ID, sorry, .625, and the barrel on this Challenger is 635. So I did have to open this up on a lathe a little bit. Well, I had my buddy Jim do it. He's a local gunsmith here in town, and he did a great job. I really appreciate the work that he did. The gun itself is actually not too bad for a $600 gun. It holds 3,600 PSI. I'm getting right up in the 980 range with the first shot, which I'll show you. We'll run some numbers if everything works right. My batteries are kind of dying a little bit, so I'm hoping that lasts. I've been posting pictures of it on Facebook and whatnot, and some of the questions I've been getting is follow-up shots, if you can get fast follow-up shots, and I'm going to say no. This is a bolt action setup here, and the spring in this thing is monstrous. I mean, imagine you had your Bulldog, or if you have a Bulldog, and it's got the power tune spring in it, and you had to pull it back without that little side lever. You wouldn't be doing that very fast, and that's what you got going on with this. Groups, I've done 40, and if I can get everything to work right, I'm going to put a little video in here while I'm talking and me shooting. If not, it'll be at the end, but at 40 yards, I can get one whole groups. What's next? I don't really do a whole lot of gun reviews. I usually just go out, get them, shoot stuff, modify them how I think is right. But I'll take a couple shots, and we'll see if we can get the chronograph to work right. Magazine, I accidentally broke mine, so we're going to do them one at a time. But the magazines are actually not that great. Mine, the little piece on it right here, it wouldn't stay locked in position, so the little ball inside here got messed up or just didn't want to work right. But I did the mistake of, I don't think I had the bolt all the way down, and I blew up my magazine, so that's my fault. We don't need that. Also, with the magazine and the gun itself, you're not going to be able to shoot very heavy slugs in this thing. I got it initially 4 pellets, so it doesn't hurt my feelings at all, because I have a Bulldog that'll shoot slugs all day long. But I'm thinking this gun is going to max out, because of the magazine, at about 100 grain slug. Sorry, I'm shivering. It's cold. But anyway, the magazine, you can't even put a poly mag in here. It sticks out. It's too big. And the breech is, I don't think it's even big enough to put a larger slug in there. You might get 125 at best. So keep that in mind if you're looking to buy this gun for slugs. I think when FX comes out with their hybrid 357s, those are going to be probably a great choice for something like this. Let's see what she can do. See if I put a hole in the garage or not. See if I get yelled at. Like I said, that thing is just monstrous pulling it back. So we'll do 5 shots. This is going to be loud because we're in the garage. And it didn't even work. So let's try it again. $9.88. Boom. So that's not bad. See if we can get it to do it again. I don't know what's going on with this thing. But I've actually filmed this like 5 times and something keeps going wrong. So $9.42. So I imagine that $9.88, $9.50 something. $9.12. $8.95. So that's registering 4. We'll do one more. If it works. $8.77. So we got, let's go to strings. That's what we got for registered shots. I do believe the first shot would have been $9.90-ish. And that other one that didn't register was probably going to be around $9.50. Oh. But, I mean, for a gun that's $600, that's really not that bad. My main plan for this gun is to make it as quiet as I can and maybe take a deer with it 40-ish yards, something like that, because I know a lot of my guns would take deer, but if I want to film it and everything, you gotta be completely all legal. 35 is what you need here in Michigan. And I think this short little setup will actually be pretty good. So you're looking at 180 foot-pounds with a pellet. My first deer I ever took with an air gun was 174 foot-pounds. And I have taken deer with pellets before, so I know it'll do it. But dislikes with this gun, if you couldn't hear it, it has a loud ping. And that's not even coming from the air tube. That's all coming from this spring back here. This spring, I don't know if you can hear it, just tapping it, you can hear that spring. And it is 10 times as loud when you are shooting it. And I asked them about it, and every time I ask any of the people that sell this gun a question, it doesn't seem like they understand what I'm talking about. Or I don't get a reply. It just depends on which one messages me back. But I asked them if that was something they messed with, and they told me that Most people put a bottle brush in here to get the ping out. Well, that's not what I'm talking about. What else? What else can we talk about this thing? Trigger's not bad. It is about, I'm going to say 2 pounds. I don't have the equipment to test it because I don't do a lot of gun reviews. This is something different. Thought I'd try it. And it's really not that bad of a gun for a $600 price tag. I wish the trigger was a little smaller. And I wish this grip wasn't as big. Just because people with smaller hands, like me, this is like holding a little tree trunk and squeezing a branch. But it works out alright. I guess if there's anything else you guys want to know, you can message me in the comments or get a hold of me on Facebook. If anybody knows how to get that spring sound out of it, please let me know. Because with this setup, it is super quiet. But this spring, it annoys the shit out of me. I know it shouldn't. It's a $600 gun, but it does. Hopefully next weekend I'll get out and get some hunting footage with it. I know there's a woodchuck out there with our name on it, but right, it's literally snowing here in Michigan right now. It sucks. So, really don't know what else to tell you guys. I'll post me shooting if I don't have it figured out to put it in the video. Jim, I know you're watching, so thank you very much for getting this done for me. And if anybody else is looking at getting one of these, I would recommend doing it. They do come in 3 different barrel sizes. I think this is 26, then 28, and then I think a 32. I'm not 100%. But I don't want Air Force Texan length. I wanted to be able to put this giant can on here and still have a somewhat maneuverable gun. This is, if I didn't say it already, this gun is only 43 inches with that at the end of it. Yeah. I guess I will catch you guys in the next video on this gun. I'll do the best I can to keep up with the hates and likes and whatnot that comes with it. But everybody keep shooting. Talk to you later. Here we go. Ooh, that was low. Not bad, all but one at 40.